Hello BookTube, this is a rough sketch of my reading plans for 2025. As a caveat before I begin, these plans are subject to change. So I'm going to start with my manga reading plans because I'm on sure footing with that part of my reading. I'm going to begin 2025 with a reread of Fairy Tail by Hiro Mishima. Fairy Tail is one of my favorite manga series, and it has been 2 years since I reread the whole series, so I'm overdue for a reread, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, starting January 1st, I will be hanging with the guild for the following 2+ weeks. I'm thinking about 17 days if everything pans out, but really looking forward to this. And I will finish off the year with Naruto by Masashi Kishimoto. I don't think I'm going to end December with Naruto. I might begin December with Naruto so that I know for sure I have enough days to read the whole series. So far, I've only read Naruto piecemeal, but I'm looking forward to reading the whole series in one go. It's going to be fun. The other 10 months of the year, I am hoping to read, or reread in this case, manga series that I have already finished collecting. I'm not entirely sure which series will be going with which months, except for March. Both Death Note and Pluto fit March Mystery Madness very well, and Death Note also matches with March of the Mammoths, because the edition of Death Note I have is the all-in-one omnibus edition, so it is several thousand pages long, which makes it not a mammoth, but a kaiju. I am also planning on finishing up with Bleach sometime in 2025. I currently have 30 volumes, and I hope to be able to collect the other 44 over the course of 2025 and read them as they come in. I'm also planning on starting anew with One Piece and Twin Star Exorcists. I will also be continuing with the series that I am actively collecting, both completed series and ongoing, with the idea that I will be doing rereads, reading the whole series from beginning to end in a kind of a one go, of Eden Zero by Hiro Mishima, Jujutsu Kaisen by Gege Okutami, and My Hero Academia by Kohei Horikoshi in 2026, depending when the final volumes of each series comes out. Hopefully not in December, because that might push things back a bit further, as is going to happen with my manga, my December manga haul this month. It's going to get pushed back to January. But anyway, I will talk about that when that order comes in, probably either later this week or early next week. And I will also be trying out new series as well, both ones that are established as well as ones that are basically getting their premiere volumes in 2025. So those are my manga plans, and again, that's the surest that I am on my reading plans. Now, moving on to fiction, poetry, drama, history, and all the rest of it, I'm not as sure of what I want to do. I am thinking about doing another Hollinghurst's Last Dance, my attempt to read all of Alan Hollinghurst's novels. I have 6 of the 7, and I'm contemplating picking up Our Evenings, the most recent, the 7th novel by Alan Hollinghurst. So I would begin with The Swimming Pool Library in January if I decide to attempt this. Now, as I mentioned several times when I talk about Alan Hollinghurst, I don't have the best track record with him. I have read The Swimming Pool Library twice, but I've also built on it 2 or 3 times. It's like every other reading I give this, either succeed in reading, rereading, or bailing on it. And I have had not great success with the rest of them. So, is this a sign that I really shouldn't have a last dance with Alan Hollinghurst, or just give it one last go for old time's sake? We shall see Wednesday when I do my January reading plans. So I think what I'm going to do is, even though I have not had much success with this, kind of participate as much as I can in the BookTube calendar. So I will be participating in various BookTube events, both monthly events as well as year-long events. And I will try to have a mix of books selected, although I will not consciously go out of my way to add books to my collection just for those events, unless I have a strong desire for it, which I will talk about my book buying plans for books that are not manga at the end. So, yeah, probably, and I'll talk about the monthly events and also the year-long events as they come up when I join in. Although for sure I will probably be joining in with Angelia of Read and Reread for her drama-centric event, because I do have A Raisin in the Sun and a play by August Wilson, although not the one that she will be reading, and I do have The Importance of Being Earnest, although I don't know necessarily if I want to give that a Bell redemption, because I really did not like what I read of that. And I may also participate with the Reading Globally event as well, although I have none of the books, because many of them are actually forthcoming, and so I don't know, unless I get a strong desire for to add like translated fiction to my library, which I may get once the Booker International rolls around, because sometimes I do get an urge to pick up some books from the book prizes. Anyway, so yeah. So I'm just going to play things by ear and see how things work out. And hopefully my reading for 2025 is, particularly with books that are not manga, much better than 2024. I mean, I had a gangbuster year with manga. Everything else, not so much. I will also be participating in Historathon, or at least attempting to. My goal is to read at least one history a month. And so on Wednesday, I will have a pile of relevant histories for the first quarter and whittle them down and see how that goes. I think that's about it. So as far as book buying that's not manga, I think I'm going to play it by desire. If I have a strong desire for something, I will pick things up but if not, maybe not buy things willy-nilly, as I have occasionally done. So anyway, BookTube, that's my rough sketch. I will have a better idea of January's reading plan on Wednesday when January rolls around, as well as the beginning of my 2025 library tour. So anyway, BookTube, until I see you tomorrow with a tag video, thank you, have a great afternoon, and stay safe.